What's going on, collective? Welcome to my channel, Divine Nudges. Getting ready to do a quick energy check-in. I'll try to make this reading as short as I possibly can. Got this little crazy deck here, so let's take it for a ride and see what's going on. I'm kind of drawn to this card. The coffee. Some of you may be waking up to something, waking up and smelling the coffee. Okay, I believe this is the Ace of Pentacles as well. So some of you may have money on the brain. This reminds me of Starbucks a little bit. Maybe talking to someone who really is a coffee person. Maybe you're the type of person that does not want anybody to talk to them until they've had their cup of coffee. We also have the therapist that poked her head out. Here we have the Empress card. Okay, but maybe for you all, your coffee is your therapy. Otherwise, I could be talking to moms who carpool in the morning. There could be a therapist watching, life coaches watching, you name it. Okay, but this is that nurturing energy. So some of you may need to, if you're the type of person whom like a cup of coffee does it for you, you may need to really invest in some self-care and in some sensuality, because with the earth energy here, right, we have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but very sensual signs. Okay, so really just kind of, I'm hearing lap of luxury. Okay, so some of you will be living in the lap of luxury, which is dope. Okay, a lot of you are very fertile right now. Your efforts, some of you might just grab a coffee and just kind of get your day started and go in the morning. A lot of you are getting a lot done at this time. Okay, you're definitely on your grind. You're definitely on your boss energy. Okay. And you're doing it in such a way where you're really caring for others. Others are feeling very, very cared for. Okay. I know school is back in session for most folks, so that might be having an impact on some of you as well. Okay. For some of you, your mothers, there may be something going on with your mommies at the moment. Okay, and then we have Venus energy here. So divine feminine goddess energy. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all so much for coming today. Let's get into some messages and see what's going on with you. For those of you who are returning, you probably already know that I am not the best shuffler. I don't think that impacts the messages. It just makes me look silly. It just makes me look silly. So, whatevs. All right, we'll go with this. It says here, the right person will make you fall in love with yourself too. This is a very interesting card here. Because if you are someone who feels like your partner, you've had relationships where you had to choose between you and someone else, then this message is for you. Okay. Um, you know, it's funny. I had done a reading yesterday or the day before where I talked a little bit about, this insistence on, one person in the relationship being submissive. And the the more and more I hear people talk about submission, the more and more it just sounds like sacrifice, you know. There's a lot of talk about, oh, we don't care about your goals. We don't care about your education. We don't care about your job. We just want you to respect me. And it's just like, well, that doesn't sound respectful. And respect begets respect. So when you say you don't care about all of someone's accomplishments and all of the hard work that they've put into achieving something, and that all you care about is getting respect, that actually sounds very disrespectful. So this may be resonating with someone. Ooh, look at what's next. The wounded masculine wants his feminine partner to be his mother, his healer. He places her above him, which is not submissiveness per se, okay? Which is not submissiveness per se, but to a certain degree, yeah. If you want to be cooked for, um, waited on hand and foot, mothers do that. Mothers are very sacrificial. They're put above us in terms of, like, they gave us life. They're above us in pecking order, but in many ways mothers are sacrificial and have to sacrifice so much, to run a household. So again, that might resonate with someone. It says here, all I want is a chance to waste your time. All I want is a chance to waste your time. So some of you may have someone in your energetic field who's just wasting your time. Okay, so if this is ringing a bell about someone that you're kind of currently dating, entertaining, considering, it says it's all about falling in love with yourself. And so, see, that's the thing about the right person will make you fall in love with yourself too. Okay. So, what I'm getting here with these messages is that somebody here is in a connection where your person is turning you against yourself. Maybe they're making you feel insecure, like you're not good enough, like you're not deserving enough, like you're not valued enough, like you're not appreciated. Whatever that looks like between you and this person, if this person is making you feel negative towards yourself, even if you feel like, damn, I feel like I'm settling for less, like I feel like I could do better. All of that, as I said, it's how it manifests for you. And it says here, you're in a season where the only thing they can take from you is notes. Okay, so here's what it is, my loves. We talked about the Empress earlier. We talked about that boss energy because that's what came up. We talked about there's someone here who may grab a cup of coffee in the morning and then just gets to moving and just starts busting out their day, handling all of their responsibilities. Probably have some moms here watching and listening, taking care of the family, but still getting ish done, right? And so you're in a season where the only thing people can take from you is notes, meaning you got it all together. You don't need to be led. You got this. You got this. But there's someone who wants you to feel like your purpose is to mother them, is to be their healer, okay? Is to play the role of a caretaker in their lives, which means that you have to ignore everything that you're working on, everything that you've got going on, everything that you want to accomplish. Okay, so hopefully you're not in too deep. Hopefully you're not in too deep. Um, we talked about the cup of coffee, and that some of you may be waking up to something. So if you have been with someone for a long time, you may just be waking up to the fact that this person may be jealous of you, may be envious of you. Okay. And so they're looking to undermine you, telling you that you're not making the proper use of your time because, based on your gender, maybe, you're not really subscribing to the role that was intended for you to subscribe to, whatever the situation is. Okay, when really what it is that they're jealous of you because you're self-sufficient, and they see that you can, like, they're not needed. But here's the tricky thing about that thought process, and what I find so tickling personally: people overvalue being needed and undervalue being wanted. I would think being wanted would hold more weight, because I'm here. I'm speaking on behalf of the collective. I'm here because I want to be, not because I need to be. But to a wounded individual, and this is wounded masculine, but let's say wounded masculine and wounded feminine, okay? Like, again, we're not doing gender specific here because, there could be mixed genders in the audience. So, you know, they want to be parented, they want to be taken care of, and they feel entitled to your life force energy in a way that benefits mainly them. But you're a boss because you're in a season where the only thing they can take from you is notes. And that they could be anybody. It doesn't even have to be a romantic partner. It could be anybody. It could be your boss, family, friends, lovers, whoever, you name it. There are people all around us that I'm sure this can apply to. Okay. And so, again, if you're in the early stages of seeing someone, dating someone, this is going to turn out to be a waste of your time if they're kind of showing you, or, giving you all the signs of someone who kind of, these messages kind of align with what they're showing you. And for those of you who have been in a connection like this for a while, you may just be waking up to it with that cup of coffee that we saw initially. What else? What else? Says here, had I not created my whole world, I would certainly have died in other people's. And then it says extended family member. So for some of you, this is your family. For some of you, you broke free from your family. Maybe they treated you like the black sheep. Maybe your family, once again, wanted you to be the sacrificial lamb at their beck and call. Hated on you, were jealous of you, were jealous of your success, were jealous of your achievements and accomplishments. Maybe to them, you reminded them of how far they didn't get. You know what I mean? Um, Take these messages as they resonate. This could be you. This could be, someone else in your storyline. But, there's someone watching this who, had they not created their own world, had they not broken free from that, they certainly would have died in other people's. And what that means, what I'm getting from that is other people wouldn't have cared about your suffering, wouldn't have cared if you lived or unlived in their world, so long as their needs and wants were being met. Okay, so for some of you, your families taught you this lesson. Okay. It's interesting. The other day I posted a reading and I said someone's family members or friends might be calling them from overseas asking for money. So with this extended family member here, that's kind of coming up again. Okay. These people may feel entitled to your resources and not understand that you had to work hard for them. Had I not created my whole world, I would have certainly died in other people's. So there are some people who really can't appreciate all of the hard work that you've put into your successes. For some of you, this may be an in law here with an extended family member, okay? But you're being nudged to worry about yourself. Do not let them get to you. Do not let them, again, yeah, lack of abundance, okay? This person is lacking abundance, and so they want to tap into your resources. So this could be a broke mother effer, or just an opportunist, someone who's like, oh, collective is doing good, collective got money, collective is successful, collective got bills. Collective got bills to take care of. What you mean? Okay, it says here part of maturity is learning to love some people from a distance. So there's definitely something about a distance here. It says to keep their well being in your prayers, but take a path away from them. So some of you may be needing to kind of set some boundaries between you and your family members. You maybe you and your in-laws, maybe your family members overseas. Don't answer the next 3 or 4 calls from them. Okay, says here character building. Okay, enabling people does not allow them to grow and develop. Okay, so you're being nudged not to enable people. There's someone here looking for attention to feed the ego. Okay, so could have a little bit of an energy vampire here too. Someone who really gets off on making you feel like you're selfish, like you're inconsiderate, like you don't care about others, like you forgot where you came from, so on and so forth. It was stolen, okay? Something was stolen. So someone might even be telling you that something was stolen and they need you to help them because someone stole some money or some resources. And then something here about spicy. Maybe this would resonate with someone who eats spicy food, could be you or, the particular person that these messages would align with in your specific situation. What else? What else? Yeah, it says here this situation requires emotional intelligence, which is the capacity to be aware of, control, and express one's emotions and to handle interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically. Okay. So definitely don't wild out. You know what I mean? Don't argue, don't get mad. You just may need to boss up and set some proper boundaries and kind of just be straightforward and let someone know, hey, listen, it ain't what you think. I don't just have, piles of money laying around in my home ready to kind of, distribute, ready to hand out and pass out. You may have to be, really honest. I'm not saying tell them too much of your business, but just let it be known that they can't depend on you for money at their every whim. Okay. Because the question is what are they doing with the money that you sent them the last time? If it was stolen, then that's a good indication that they're taking the fact that they can call you and ask you for money for granted. Okay, but I don't know that it actually was. Look at that. Emotional intelligence just came out again. Okay. And again, this could be an elderly person for some of you. Okay. So you may really just need to set the record straight with someone. Says here betrayal, deceit, backstab, traitor, not to be trusted. And that's what I was saying. I'm not sure. They may tell you that it was stolen, but that might not really be the truth. Says here expecting, says new beginning. So some of you may be expecting some sort of a financial increase. Maybe you just got promoted, or maybe this person, like I said, is just expecting you to bail them out at their every whim. And I think it's a little bit of both. They're expecting to benefit from your level up. Something here about a sex shop. Something here about a sex shop, my loves. Putting on a show, keeping a promise. So someone might be, again, just like making up a whole entire story just to get what they want from you. They could just literally, or someone could just be like really putting on a show. And that's where this emotional intelligence, yeah, look, it says the situation's about to explode. It says shit's about to pop off up in flames. Okay. So someone is about to explode. They're about to put on a show. And that's bully behavior. They're going to tell you that you're not keeping a promise. Okay, someone may be trying to make you feel like you're not keeping a promise. Okay, some of you may be keeping a promise, but to your family. Some of you may be keeping a promise to your family, and someone's upset about that. Okay, and someone here is feeling very, very betrayed. Okay, if they know something about your sex life, they may be holding it over your head. Okay, and there's a need not to mirror this person's energy in order to keep the situation out of control. because you would just be adding fuel to the fire if you mirror this person's energy, because things are going to get very explosive. Okay, someone here feels very, very betrayed. So I kind of feel a little bit of a shift in the storyline. I definitely, yeah, someone feels like they got played, they got manipulated. Someone, some of you may be dealing with a liar, someone who's controlling, someone who's manipulative. Okay, and this could be, for some of you, this could be your person's situation. Maybe they have a third party involvement. So this could be someone else's situation that's kind of close to you right now. There's a lot going on with that person. And having them around would just be disturbing your peace. Okay, would be inheriting their karma and their, you know, whatever the heck they have going on. And it's crazy because there are some people who would love nothing more. Fear of cheating. Not everyone cheats. You need to open your heart and trust your partner. Okay, so interestingly enough, there could be someone around you who is always accusing you of cheating, who's always afraid that you're going to cheat on them. But the reason why is because they themselves do the cheating. Okay, for some of you, this is a blockage. Some of you don't want to be in a connection or in a relationship right now because you're afraid that everyone cheats. Okay, so again, when we talk about collateral damage, when we talk about inheriting people's karma, if you're with a cheater, they may create an energetic scar for you where now you feel like everyone cheats. So now you don't even want to give anybody a chance. Those are the experiences that we open ourselves up to in the trauma as well. It says you're walking away. You leave too quickly when things get challenging. Stay and try to work it out. Huh. That may be the case for some others of you. And it could be because of this fear. You know, it becomes a matter of learning from your past experiences in a way where you're able to more easily detect the red flags, not only in others, but within yourself, which is your tendency to turn a blind eye to the red flags, right? Your tendency to just want to be loved. So you just welcome anybody in your energy, or you just kind of, give people the benefit of the doubt way beyond the expiration date. Some of you who are on the dating scene are being too picky. It says here, not my type. Be open to different types of people because you may be surprised who you find. Okay. So, yeah, I'm getting for some of you too from childhood, you watched a lot of cheating go on in your childhood, maybe some of the members in your family. And so you just kind of grew up feeling that just people cheat anyway. You may have made some bad decisions based on that. You may have willingly become a third party in a relationship because of that. Okay. Or at the first sign of trouble, you may walk away. But yeah, I see here where you're going to have to open up your options. And this could be personality type, but it could also be appearance. Okay, kind of opening because you know what, these things could be cultural or they could be geographical. It could be, generational. It could be anything. Opening up to different types of people, also exposes you to different kind of values that people hold, which could be people like, no, I grew up not cheating. I grew up in a very functional and loving home where I watched my parents have a very healthy relationship. So, opening up to other possibilities could be opening up to healthy, people with healthy bringings versus people with unhealthy upbringings. Yeah, not compatible, it says here. You don't really believe there's a match for you. Have an open mind. So some of you have given up some hope. It says here, fear or loss. You are afraid of losing someone or being abandoned. Take a chance. So yeah, um, there may be someone here with some abandonment issues that kind of impacts their dating life right now. So I feel like I'm speaking to a loner. I feel like I'm speaking to a bit of a loner, someone who's given up on love, and feels like there is nobody out there for them. Okay. For some of you, you may have someone around you who is a bit of a cheater, but stops you from walking away by trying to convince you that there's no one else out there for you, that they're the best match for you. Okay, I'm also getting that as well here. And some way, somehow, they are successfully making you afraid to lose them because you feel like your options are limited, like you really don't have a lot of options. So there could be an intense amount of manipulation and control here. Yeah, they keep you holding on by making you feel unlovable. Okay. So someone might seriously be trying to control and manipulate you and tell you, hey, no one else is going to want you. I'm the only one who's going to want you anyway. And for some reason, you're believing this person. But remember, when we were reading the messages earlier, there was one that says the right person will make you fall in love with yourself. And then there was a second message that said it's all about falling in love with yourself. So if you have someone in your energetic field that's making you feel like crap about yourself, they're not the right one for you. And with that cup of coffee at the beginning of the reading, that is what you are opening up to. Okay, or sorry, waking up to, yeah, and opening up to, accepting the fact that you may not be with the right person. It says here, holding on, you must release old ties in order to have a fresh start with someone new. And then unlovable, it says practice radical self-acceptance and love yourself with all your flaws. So for some of you coming out of a relationship like that, the healing process is going to involve having radical self acceptance. Okay. Um, I don't know why I'm being drawn to this tarot deck right now, but I am. Let's see. I want to keep this video at half an hour because let me tell you, just a little bit more, just a little over half an hour makes it is the difference between a 50-minute upload and a 3-hour upload. It's kind of insane how that works. All right, Spirit, anything else for the collective before I close out this reading? Anything else? Someone here is avoiding a tower. Someone may have been trying to shock you, okay? And what they ended up doing was shocking themselves instead. Fool, yeah. Also, someone is trying to stop you from this new beginning, maybe from leaving them, from walking away, from finding yourself. All right, so also, someone could have been trying to play you like a fool and it really didn't work. Someone may have thought that you were less intelligent than you actually are. Okay, because I'm just getting there's someone tried to get you, to disturb your peace, to do something to you here, cause some sort of a tower in your life, but you were like 10 steps ahead of them. You were like 10 steps ahead of them. But the thing is, yeah, this person is trying to stop you from walking away. Okay, collective. So you definitely have someone who's trying to stop you from a new beginning. They're trying to stop you. It says here, the hermit. Okay, so like this person, first of all, is very unaware, very unevolved, very low vibrational, okay? But also, this person feels alone without you. This person feels as if though they trained you well. They trained you to put up with their low vibrational toxic qualities. And so they understand that not everybody is going to put up with it. What they fail to realize is that you have leveled up, mentally, spiritually, the way that your relationship with yourself has changed. Okay, this person isn't in competition with anybody else. This person is in competition with the relationship that you have with yourself. And they're not aware of that. They think that they're in competition with someone else, and that's just not true. I guess this video is going to go over 30 minutes anyway. Give me a sec. So, we have someone here who does not want you to be happy without them. Okay, this person wants you to believe that they are the source of your happiness in order to keep you around, collective. Okay, this is very toxic behavior, though, my loves. It's, you know, this person, again, being an energy vampire, they're just draining you of your life force energy. Okay. So they get all of the benefit. Like, I'm just, oh man, it's just like I'm getting this vision of a character in a movie that has like one of those white, they call them wife beaters, but like those white sleeveless t-shirts, and they're like smoking cigarette after cigarette, and they drink alcohol, and they just, they're just as abusive as ever, could be mentally and physically abusive. Like, this is the image that's coming to my mind, right? And I really don't think it's that severe for some of you, and I'm saying that because of who you are, right? But it's almost like that's their, like, if you could see their soul, that's what their soul would look like. What I just described, that's what their soul would look like one of those typical abusive characters in a movie. And we have the high priestess at the bottom of the deck, my loves. Okay, we have one, two, three, four major arcana. Look, we have the temperance and the empress card at the bottom of the deck, all in the reverse. So there is something here, right? Like the divine, the universe is highly invested in this situation, highly invested in this situation. Some of you are high priestesses in goddess energy. Okay, high priestesses whose gifts are meant to be used to nurture and care for others and bring healing and balance and harmony to the world and to others. Okay, and so this tower moment here, like, look, all of the major arcana are in the reverse. The divine is saying here right now that they do not want you to walk away from yourself. They do not want you to walk away from a new beginning. Even here in the reverse, right? But for you, for me, it's in the reverse. For you, it's in the upright. This person is walking towards this new beginning. Okay, so that you're looking at it in the upright. This person is walking towards a new beginning. And so the universe wants you to stay on that path because someone is trying to block you. Someone is trying to stop you from doing that. But you are meant to guide and to lead others out of dark spaces. I'm also hearing fall from grace, though. There could be people who are going to be decrowned. This could be spiritually speaking or literally, in the physical world, but there are people who are going to be decrowned. So I'm kind of feeling a shift in the energy here. Now we're going from, like, see, the thing is like as above, so below. And that could be in the spiritual world, in the physical world, but it could also be like at high levels within the physical world versus lower levels when we talk about as above, so below, right? And so I hope that I'm not losing you and that I'm making sense with that. But I'm hearing paradigm shift. This has been coming up a lot in the energies, where there's just this big paradigm shift right now, a lot to do with the age of Aquarius and this age of rebellion and innovation and walking away from tradition, and kind of bringing, is it conventional? What does conventional mean? But basically bringing newness and innovation into today's world. Okay. So this could equally be, see, here's the thing. We talk about, okay, so let's talk about as above, so below, right? We talk about karmics, or I talk about karmics. If you watch any of my other readings, you will hear me talking about this a lot. And gatekeeping your energy, not in walking the delicate balance of allowing those in who align with your best and highest purpose, but gatekeeping the ones who are not, right? And so developing the discernment to tell the difference. So in today's reading, the and I in lately in these collective readings, the messages have really been coming forth in terms of how to gatekeep and what to look out for. Okay. So if you haven't had a chance to listen to some of the other readings that I've posted within the past few days, take a listen. I know that sometimes it's like, ugh, even if I don't even know that there's anyone that's made it this far. But if you have, even if you have to fast forward, my readings tend to start off slow and pick up steam towards the middle and end. So, even if you have to kind of just like fast forward through it and just kind of, how they say, oh, open up to a page in the book and read the third paragraph. Do that with these videos too, because you may just, spiritually and intuitively land on the specific message that was meant for you. But let's get back to gatekeeping, right? So if there are forces, invisible forces, low vibrational, shadow, demonic energies, let's just say, who are trying to stop a portion of the collective from being healers, from being spiritual leaders and spiritual teachers, and guiding the masses into this new paradigm, this new earth, this new world that's part of the 3D, 5D ascension, or part of the transition from, the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius, right? What are they doing? They're sending their little minions out there throughout the land. And for some of you, those could be karmic family members, those could be karmic bosses, karmic co-workers, karmic lovers, karmic friends, who do all of the things to turn you against yourself and distract you from your path. There could be some of you who may feel like you can't do it. It's never going to happen for you. So you're feeling discouraged, maybe you're feeling disempowered. This could also be your own self-talk. Understand that there are shadow and light energies in all of us. And some way, somehow, these shadow energies outside of us can tap into those shadow energies within us. And that is because when we talk about how we all come from the same source, how we're all, it's like that. There's a quote, I don't know if it's Osho, but it's a quote that says, I am not, hold on, I am not a drop of the ocean. I am the entire ocean in one drop. And when you written, I may have messed that up a little bit, but that's the gist of it, right? I am the entire ocean in one drop. We are all connected. So there's one drop can easily encompass all of the properties and all of the qualities of the entire ocean. Okay. So basically, we're not separate from each other on a spiritual plane. We are all tethered and connected. And I'm not talking about like the cords and the cord cutting thing. Like, yes, that's valid and it's relevant and it's significant, in terms of spirituality. But I'm talking about the part of that we can't untether. And that is just the ability, like this, uh, just this spiritual fabric that exists within all of us. So I think there was one video that said, exposed or revealed the enemy's plan of attack. And there could be a lot of empaths around you, like their minions could be empaths and really tap into your innermost feelings so that they can use them against you. They can try to tap into your thoughts and control your thoughts, those types of things. And so, with these invisible dark energies and forces, they could be trying to reach you through your friends and your loved ones and even yourself. Okay. So, there is something for you to celebrate, but there seems to be a group of people, and it could be a group of um, there's a card in this deck. It didn't come out, right? But it says something like, "Oh, they thought they activated their crown chakra, but it was really their clown chakra." And this is what this is kind of reminding me of. Okay, there could be a group of ass backwards high priestesses here whom think that they are the authority on spirituality, that they are the authority on goddess energy and all of these. And it's just like, maybe at one point they were, but the regime is changing. There is about to be a change in regime here. Okay. So stay on your path, collective. Be aware of how the enemy is trying to get to you. Okay. It's not to be paranoid, but it is to be aware. It is to be the hermit, and the best possible way for you to stay ahead of the shadow, the dark energies, whether it's in others, or, who are around you, or whether it's yourself, is to really become self-aware, and to not, even if the enemy knows you as good as you know yourself, knowing yourself as good as the enemy knows you keeps you on game. Okay, so that's definitely important. All right, like I said, I was drawn to the tarot deck, even though I was like, I'm gonna close out the reading. um you know i like to I like to end readings on a positive note for the most part. I'm going to pull from this deck here. I cannot guarantee that it's going to be a positive message, but I will trust that it is. You know what's so funny? Yep. This one caught my eye, and then I shuffled it and then it fell out. It says your betrayal. And just as I was saying, I cannot guarantee that it will be a positive message. Boom. Okay. And does that not look like a high priestess? But this person's a spider. They're an arachnid. Okay, so this looks like a very dark high priestess. Okay, so there could be spiritual practitioners, spiritual workers right now that are operating in shadow energy. Okay, they could be casting spells, using witchcraft. Like I said, go back and watch some of the videos that I've posted for the collective most recently. Okay, they could really be on, but look at this web that they're weaving. What a tangled web we weave. Okay, there's someone's trying to get you caught up, trying to get you trapped. I'm sensing that they're going to do it to themselves, but here we go. So this says here, Aunt Nancy, shadow of betrayal, element is air. Says here, Anansi or Kwaku Ananse, the Aiken trickster, god, and sacred clown. Shut up! Shut up. Did I not just say there is a card in this deck that says they thought they activated their crown chakra, but it was really their clown chakra? Like, the divine is laughing at these people. You're a clown. Okay, these people are clowns. They're up here like trying to ringlead a circus, and baby, circus is just for entertainment. That's really the only value that a circus holds. It's just pure entertainment. And sometimes the lions will turn on you, my loves. And so this is what's going on here. But I can't even deal with the fact that it says, I'm going to read that again. Trickster god and sacred clown, okay? Snuck into our global folk tales while Gullah Geechee children heard tales of Aunt Nancy, the tricky Spider Woman. My Guyanese parents entertained us with Nancy stories about a witty teen spider. Okay? Teen. These people ain't even grown. They're not even grown. I feel like saying they're not even grown in Christ consciousness. They're just babies in Christ consciousness. They're like prepubescent or pubescent and they think that they got the game on lock. This is hilarious. It says, who really betrayed you? Betrayals from others mirrors you betraying yourself. We're talking about that, aren't we? We're talking about betraying yourself. Betrayal is a web that disrupts everything you thought you knew. Use discernment in your relationships. We just talked about that. This was the perfect card to close out this reading with. Betrayal makes it difficult to trust. We talked about that. Discerning between who you can trust and who you should not trust. But without trust, your relationships are a lie. Trust that no matter what happens and no matter how long it takes, you will survive and thrive. The real question: how have you betrayed or abandoned yourself? And the goddess declaration for this is, I am willing to know the truth. So we talked about self-awareness, being self-aware with the Hermit card, and that's the best way to stay on game. Okay. So for some of you right now, your shadow side, your negative thoughts are getting the better of you. Um, and it has something to do with a new beginning. It could be walking away from a relationship, walking away from a job, starting a new something, a relationship, career. Some of you have to walk away from extended family members. And, some of those extended family members could even be just rancid ass ancestors. I don't, you know what I mean? A lot of times we think about ancestors in a positive light. I've heard it said that not all ancestors are for us, right? So, either way, though, there could be so many different variables at play here. So make sure that you're not allowing others to betray you by you betraying yourself. Okay. I feel like this is going to play out for some of you when it comes to your relationship with yourself, and others of you when it comes to your relationship with others. And in most cases, both, because others are going to be impacting your relationship with yourself. Collective, I love you. If these messages have resonated with you, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will catch up with you soon. Thanks so much.